Hey, how's it going? Move this camera. I should probably move this camera. Otherwise, I'm just going to look like this the entire time. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, so it's been a little, not a huge amount of time since I've been streaming, but a little bit of time. I've done a bit since then, so I can show you how far I've got with Blockout. Really want to wrap this up. So I'll try and explain what I want to get done before I get it in the detailed medieval village pack, and crack on with the sculpting. Let me just move the camera over here. Oh, there's my office. Lunch, tea, coffee. Coffee is a good thing. I'm going to check that bag for in a minute. There we go. Oh, right. I need to grab the just need to grab the stream URL and dump it in Discord. If you haven't jumped onto Discord yet, there's a link, an invite link in the about section of the YouTube channel. There's a lot of us on there. We chat about art and development and the packs, obviously, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, if you want to chat a bit more, then feel free to jump on there and hit me up. Likewise, we're trying to hit our 1,000 subscriber number, so please, if you enjoy the content, then hit that little red button. It helps a lot get us on our way to that level, and you'll get notified every time we go live and when we have new videos and such. Right, let me grab the YouTube Studio. I just need to grab the link and put it in the cord of this. Where are you? Videos. Do you like my coaster? I have this one, and my favourite, this one. I'm going to use my favourite. This is kind of fitting, actually. Right, I'm going to use you. Put you here. There you are. Right. Right. Oh, copy. Right, announcements. Can't remember which channel I put this in normally. I really need to sort this Discord out and get. I need to get organised. I think the channels are good. I just need to get some extra stuff for people. Everyone going live with another one of our lovely castle Blockout in Unity. Jump on the stream. Yeah, cool. All right, send now. Yep. Let's go. Right, okay, so what do we got so far? So we have parts to make turrets with interiors sort of sliced through. The interiors are done in blue just so you can differentiate portcullis, ramparts, buildings with building layers, different entrances. So these have all got interiors, and I've used, I'll have a run around it quickly in a minute. New addition, which is these configurable turrets. Likewise, we've got these slices. Let's have a look at the slices, shall we? Boop. 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 These all fit together, and there's plenty of room for your character controller. This is a corner piece, so we can actually make a castle that goes round and joins up, which is important. This is how some of the ground pieces are starting to look. And this is one of my favourite pieces so far, actually. I guess it's kind of like the Wizard's Tower. It's basically the central hub of the castle. So that will go slap bang in the middle, and then stuff will come off of here. We've got these big staircases you can kind of go up and into. Let me have a run around, I'll show you. Afternoon, Hovey. Hello, Nikram. How you doing? Right, so obviously these will be lit, and it just goes to show, I think having some more props would be good. Let me run into here first. Bloop, bloop. Right, so we've got these new windows in here. Because I think the other Blockout stream I did, I was doing some windows quickly, just to get a bit of variation. I think we needed it for the internal structures. Come on, up we go. Okie dokie. Right, yeah, so there is plenty of room to run around and sort of, you know, start building up your scenes. Ah, that's not good, is it? Yeah, we'll do some QA on that and make sure there's no way you can fall through. But anyway, right. These cool little lion heads. I think it's important to have busts. I don't have the statues yet. I should probably get the statues and the gargoyles now at this point. Because I guess they'll go in where you got these shields. That's where they'll go, I guess. So this will take you through into, I think what I'll do is I'll extend it back to like a hall, like a banquet hall. And we've got these little balconies. I can't get up in there. This is what we're doing today. I'm building up this structure. Just for S's and giggles, we're going to have a run around it this way. I didn't need to do that, did I? You can go back up there. I kind of want to have a look out the window anyway. Hey Laurent, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, guys. Right, let me do this. Hit play. Cool. Again, plenty of room to run around. You have a look out this big glass window. The reflection probe's a bit dodgy because I've just got there, so you've got these weird reflections inside. At the moment, I can jump out there. Oops. Yeah, so you'll come down here and into. Into the building underneath. And you've got this big open space up here. You could further divide this, I guess. You could have storage or a tiny little tower. Maybe it could be like a wizard's tower, and you can lock people away. I don't know, lock people away up there. Yeah. So you can kind of do what you want with this guy, and just drop down. Whee! Yeah. So you see, these are how the puddles are going to start to work. These are all tiles. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, you've got the reflection probe going on there, so it's picking up all those nice reflections. And you've got like a central piece here. You've got different variations of this. Some have metal, some don't. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the way these tiles get put together. Okay, grab one. Yeah, this sort of thing. Now they won't be everywhere because obviously poly count. So what we'll do is in places, only when you want it really detailed, we'll kind of sink them in, maybe tilt them, so they start to go into the ground. Probably won't be this high up. Hold on. Yeah. So you grab something like this. guess it would start to blend into the terrain like that, and then you can use terrain textures to kind of blend it in. Get a bit of grass in there, some plants, a few dead bodies, I don't know, whatever you want really. Yeah, so we've got this guy, we've got this entrance that I need to build up. I think the way I'm going to do it, so I'm going to extend these across. I'm going to build a proper entrance to go underneath here, which will incorporate, the stairs are on the, so these balconies are kind of on their own. I think I might extend these out, maybe. These are prefabs. I'll make the stairs a prefab. I'll make this entrance. These I'll keep individual. I'll make this entrance a prefab. These stairs are prefab with the columns. So you can then use these stairs plus the columns for other bits relatively easily. These columns could be supporting a proper roof. And then once that's built up, I think we'll build up this section first and then blend it in, because what you want to do is sort of be able to run through and maybe have this building. Do you want this building on the side? Not quite sure. I'm not sure how it's going to work yet. It's going to be kind of cool to have the building on the side, and then maybe you run up. And here, instead of these guys being here, maybe you can run through like this. So you've got a doorway. So this is how easy it is to configure. So you kind of, yeah, I think that would be kind of nice. This is obviously going to be quite vast. If you wanted to go for symmetry, then you could probably do something like that. And if you wanted to go really fancy, then you could probably do something like this. We'll see. After I've done this central building, I don't really want to do any more large buildings. These are just sort of good examples of how you can use the pack. So turrets, large central areas, floor, buildings, ramparts, more towers, turrets, portcullis, etc. That will go in the detailed medieval village. So if you haven't already grabbed it, it's a great time to pick it up. Then when this pack is finished, like in a detailed and polystyle version, you can then pick it up on the Unity Asset Store, and hopefully you should be able to just import it and swap out any work that you've done with the Blockout pack. Castle is going good, I think, Lauren. My bit rate is not. It keeps dipping down to like 2 kilobits per second, then up to 5. It's a bit annoying. Are you guys getting streaming buffer issues? Doesn't look like it's completely dropped out, which is good. Right, I'll try and crack on. Let me have a look on my own stream. Ooh. What can the matter be? Uh-oh. Please don't tell me the internet's gone. Yeah, Discord's dropped out. The stream has completely dropped out. That's better. It's not too bad. Really? It's like, let me show you. It's like red. And yeah, it's finding it hard. There's a little from time to time. Okay. Okay, well, I'll keep going. I'll trust you guys more. It should be trustworthy, but. Okay, well, please do shout at me on Discord maybe if it drops out, because what happens is the bottom of the video gets cut off when it gets uploaded, which is super annoying. Okay, anyway, right, get back to it. Let's crack on with this. Any questions, dump them in the chat. Happy to answer anything you want to talk about. I'm thinking about ways we can sort of optimize our production approach. And I'm thinking we might be able to do 3 packs at once. And it might be more efficient to do 3 packs at once than it would be to do 1 pack, then the next pack, then the next pack. I'm gonna try it. I just don't know. I don't know how yet. Right. I will grab. That's all right. Soon to be your castle, your castle. Let's grab one of these. No. 2 ornates. I'm gonna use. I need a corner piece for that thing. I want something to cover this door bit. Nah, it's looking odd. Not too bad. Trouble is these bits. I think when I make what I'm starting to realise, there's a bunch of parts that I'm not ending up using, and there are some parts that I'm using all the time, and sort of needing variations on those parts to really give it a lot of freedom. So what I'm contemplating is culling the bits that I'm just not using and expanding on the bits that I am. I think that way you've got an efficient pack. Like these I'm using everywhere. I might do variations of these. Like they're good to blend wall pieces together. Or else like I'm using it like there, like here, like you see what I mean? Like it's getting used all over the shop. Oh. Did it go? The views are bottomed out, so I assume so is my bitrate. Ah, okay. Like, I haven't done any destructible parts yet. I might need to work in, like, duplicate some of these and do destroyed versions. Honestly, there's so much you can do with the pack. It's just trying to understand how much. What will work well there? I think I need a few more borders. I'm gonna try this because I haven't used it yet. I wanted to use it. It looks a bit odd, if I'm honest. Kind of looks like you're giving him eyebrows. All right. Now, do we put a window in here or not? I think you can look. Window could be cool. There you are. Yeah, alright, let's get a window in. You want this to be all fancy pantsy. Right. Although, when you've got one of those in there, doing that, it's not very good, is it? Oh, that's a shit. Not so much. Cool. And then we'll have some of these on each side. Like that, maybe. Probably just. Do I do a flat roof? Right, so it'd be good to keep this open, I think. Like, have stairs in here as well. Like interior stairs, in case it's raining. People don't want to get wet. Okay. We need some short steps. Here you are. Now this is stream number 13, and these are a number of hours long, so I must have a good. I think I've got over 24 hours of Blockout content now. So I think what I'm going to need to do is quickly do either cut it down with vocals over the top so people can know what I'm doing, but only like take select bits, which will take a while to edit. Or I might just do a speed the whole thing into one video, which should be cool as well. I might do both. Okay, so you can kind of run up the steps, and run up here, and go through there, and run down here, and do a loop. This would be an epic shoot 'em up, I think. Literally, it's Unreal Tournament with bows and like crossbows, bows and arrows. You know, it's basically, what is that? That's For Honor, isn't it? Just give them like medieval versions of the Doom guns or the Unreal Tournament guns. So you could have, you know, the frag cannon. You could have like an oldie worldy, ye olde frag cannon. So it's like little bombs, you know, little made of like gunpowder and gauze and stuff with a little spring-loaded. Ah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do a game like that. Might still do it actually. And then what to do with this at the top here? I don't think we're going to do stairs. We're not going to do like turret stairs in here. I think I might just do like a cheeky staircase this side to get up into this area, but I want to keep it open. So, and then you're not going to, I think you're going to, you know what, I'm just going to cap it off with, if it's appropriate to use these, I will use these, otherwise I'll just keep it flat. I think it's fine to keep it flat. Just worry about rain, as you do. Looks alright. Hold V when transforms on, vertex snap. Beautiful stuff. Love that tool. Ugh. Yeah. Not you, mate. Yeah. I will need to do something like that. Luckily, I have this. Where'd it go? There it is. Right. It's really cool. Every time I do a stream, the concurrent viewers go up by one, maybe every 4 streams or so. Like, we've hit a new level. Like, I've never had more than, say, 7 concurrent viewers. Now we're on 8. Hey, hey guys, thanks for joining us. If you haven't hit subscribe, or maybe the reason that you are watching is because you have subscribed, in which case, huzzah, thank you very much. If you're just joining us, we're just off with one of these. So doing it this way as well, doing the blockout first before I make the full pack, enables me to understand how much of these modules I need to make, whether I need to do a 360 model, like a rock that you can rotate around, or whether it's just like the front facade and the back you can cap off and have a low texel density and stuff. So for example, this piece, I know that there's a lot of the time that I'm using it where you can see the bottom and the top at the same time. So this will be a 360 piece. The stairs, these you will not see underneath. However, if you go into the stairwells here, you will see these underneath. These mostly will get used internally, and I know that there's a few variations of these which will come in useful. I need to just go through and make a list of all the really useful assets for building up infrastructure, and then make variations of them. So this has come on quite well. That looks all right, I think. Right, pull this forward a bit so that it's now all this break stuff. Yeah, sort of well. What about if I bring all this forwards? break stuff. That is a tune I have not heard in a while. If you're unfamiliar with it, Limp Bizkit. Okay, you know what? Again, with these little arches, they're great for pivot points in the right place. You can rotate them like that. Don't need you. I think yeah, we'll have some we'll have some walls with windows here, so you can look out onto the stairs and like flowers underneath. I don't know what flowers to do. Bushes, maybe a tree. I don't know. But honestly, like this, you could just build up into this gargantuan central piece if you wanted to. It's pretty big already. I need to turn off auto generate lighting. Starting to, you see what I mean? Like it's starting to build up well. And grab a few of these towers. Run around. Ew. Alright. Needed to do some baking. Yeah, this, when it's done up in the detailed version, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Yeah. To run around the outside. Come on, little dude. Yeah, this is gonna, if I do say so myself, look sweet as. Yeah, so you can run in here, go up the steps. Anyway, that's that. Hey, thanks, man. These obviously, we need to find good ways to connect these buildings together. You might need to adjust the prefabs, but I want to make it as frictionless as possible. Right, I'm just going to leave this here. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Over there, you. Just going to leave this here for you to have a look at. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Back. Hello. Right. Ah, dear. Let's just get this little. Let's do what I was talking about. You kind of want like soil mounds or something there. Anyway, I think we'll use one of those. I've got a square one as well, right? What's the square one? Ah, do we use a square one? No, let's stick with the theme, or let's try one of these. I haven't used them at all yet, which means they're probably going to get culled. They just look a bit out of place. Yeah, they look very out of place. We don't want a big window. No, we'll just use one of these, I think. Oh. Okie dokie. If you are new to the stream or the content, we do Astrofish games. We were a game company, we were doing VR games, but since pivoted over to concentrating solely on making environment art packs for currently the Unity asset store. Would like to go. I'm interviewing at the moment to get another environment artist on board to help me out, and then we'll start porting to Unreal and doing a lot more of this stuff. And porting it to Unreal will allow us to do, if we can get that process down, then that will allow us to do a bit more stuff for you guys. But yeah, links to our current packs should be in the description below. And our VR game that we did do is called Ground Runner Trials. It's a sort of a sci-fi first-person hover bike shooter thing. You should go have a look. Yeah, probably the reason it did all right. It kept us going for a while, but the fact that I can't really give you a sentence summing it up quite easily might have not helped. I'm concentrating on this actually, to be honest. Oh, not you. One of you, just to keep it consistent. Oh, sorry. Okay, Rainy. Hey, how's it going? What's the expected release date for the detail kit? Good question. I'd like to get it out in 6 weeks. So mid-April. Hoping sort of in April, basically. Oh, okay, maybe we won't do that then. We'll just keep. I need to put something there. That something is probably going to be a step. It's just a bit. It's going to be a bit of a bit stone, isn't it? Isn't it? Unless it's going to do that. Did I just do that step? No, good. Okay. I'm assuming it will be UV. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can walk inside the castle, like everything. If you just join, we've got so everything has interiors. So yeah, you can walk around the castle. This is a blockout, so this is just literally just blocked out representations of the end result. But yeah, everything will be properly UV mapped and textured, and the high definition, the high detailed sculpts will be used in replacement of each of these assets. This will be like all nicely sculpted up. The interiors will also be built. It will basically be what you see here, exactly what you see here, plus maybe some other bits in demo scenes and such, but with assets that look like this. So it'll be this level. Consistent with this. So, because the idea is you use the two packs together, but swapping out this. So yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, if you see in here, like these have all got interiors. So it's being built. It's definitely being built with that in mind. And yeah, you'll get this kit with the detailed medieval village. So this blockout kit I'm going to add in for free. So just do an upgrade and you should get it. Thanks, man. What did you think of the medieval village kit? Are you getting on all right with it? Sorry, I'm just scrubbing through the stream just to see if there's any portions that looks alright. Okay, cool. No worries. Okay, back to it. Okay, now I can run up and down. Round and round. Oh, okay. Anyone for another Dark Souls? Bloodborne? Yeah, so you run in, run up, run out, run down, etc. Hello, Mr. Lion. Yeah. Okay. Right. If I put an oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. So yeah, this will fit. This will fit with the kit. I mean, the thing is with the detailed medieval village is it's been designed so that it should fit any props that have been honestly just like modelled in high definition, high detail, and then baked, and then have got PBR materials. Should just fit, like a chair, a table. Let me have a look. Stuff that would work really well. Actually, if you haven't already seen them, the Decagon guys, their packs are amazing. They haven't done any medieval stuff, but if you need kits, this level of detail, I would expect to do if we were going to do props, it would have to be this sort of level of detail. We used. It's just anything PBR that's been baked down. We've used this in the past for a VR game that we did for Muse. So Muse went on a world tour. They took their new album. What's it called? The latest album on tour with them. We did a VR game backstage for that. We used this kit sort of within it. And yeah, anything that's kind of this quality should just work. If I was to go medieval props, these would work beautifully. These are lovely. Yeah, like what's not to like? These would fit really nicely. Yeah, pretty lush actually. It's 40 euros. What do you guys think of the pricing? You know what? These would be amazing. These props. I wouldn't do anything much more than this. Where's the view original? Right, open original. Yeah, so you see these like all the lamps and things. Yeah, these would be. My feeling is there's no reason for us to do props. If we were going to do something far superior to this, then maybe. But I think that you can find quite a lot out there. What else is there? Medieval props too. You see, a lot of this stuff would just work, which is why I haven't sort of seen a reason to provide props as a separate pack. You stick these on the walls. Other than the fact they're a bit, I mean, I'm not going to say pricey, but you'd need to budget for them. I mean, so we're adding like token props. So in the medieval village, we've got like a barrel, we've got some foliage, we've got a few like iron fixtures and stuff. We haven't really gone to town on it because it's more the built environment. So it's the architecture that we're interested in building up, so you can build up level designs with them, and then flesh them out with existing packs. And if you're a publisher watching this, or you're a 3D artist, then if you want to build props packs for these packs, get in contact. We'll be happy to kind of push them for you and do like some cross promotion thing. Now, I could just put this, put one of these here. It might be a bit overkill, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? Right, so I think what I'll do is this whole section here will be minus the steps. Should be a prefab. I'll build it and then we'll see. I think this whole front section should be a prefab, so then you can kind of, if you wanted to add more going up like this. For the moment it's just like that. Ah, of course. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think if there's consistent art direction, you'll find on a game, obviously, you know, larger games, they have so many artists, and sometimes they have multiple different outsourced studios working on assets, and the assets do come back. There is a very noticeable difference between assets. And so I don't think it's too bad, so long as they kind of, if it's, I would use the same publisher for like buildings and environments. I would use, I think it's okay to use a different publisher for like props, and then another publisher for characters. But yeah, I think what you do need to have is like the general art direction needs to certainly be, you know, texel density needs to be correct. The quality of the textures needs to have a certain consistency. So I do understand, yeah, it can be a trouble. So maybe I think maybe what would be worth doing is if we did a small props pack, saw how well the community responded to that. And then we do more of those. Because my worry is that we'll spend half the time that we would spend on an environment pack on a props pack, and then it would sell a quarter of the amount. And so we may as well just build the environments out, because our margins are. I think I don't want to mess with them at this stage, because we've only got one asset pack. We've got a couple of asset packs out at the moment of the same environment, and we're still trying to sort of break even at the moment, or like cover our burn rate. So until that point, I don't think we can like experiment too much. So we need to get out a good number of environments, until we can breathe, and then yeah, well, I'll definitely, I'd love to do characters and stuff as well, because I've got a friend who's an amazing character artist. I'd love to kind of work with him again, if the sort of the requirement is there. But yeah, I totally understand your struggle, man. Having consistent stuff. Right, what am I doing? I'm gonna. I don't think I need to use this piece. It's like a capstone, and kind of goes on top of here, just to add that little extra bit of detail. Nah, it just looks weird. I think it's time to start building this up. Let's get large doors in. Where's it gone? Save. Don't want it crashing, and then that's happened before. Unity's crashed and I've lost like hours of work because I hadn't saved, like an idiot. It can get messy when you're doing interiors and exteriors together. So this is why I'm using the blue to highlight where they are. Well, I mean, here's the figures that we're working on. So so my research, after talking with other publishers, is that the lifetime sort of sales curve of an environment pack is long. So they typically sell anywhere like until they're not relevant anymore. So it could be 2 years, could be 5 years. Retention's quite high just because of the nature of the pack. So if you bought one of the packs, you're likely to have a necessity. Not that you'll buy the pack, other packs, but you'll have the necessity or you'd like to buy some of the other packs, which means your user base grows with your product base, or anyway, everything scales. So although it won't cover your burn, your output, your monthly sort of revenue requirement to cover salary and everything immediately, because it's cumulative, once you have enough products made, it will eventually surpass that. And it's at what point it surpasses that and what you can put up with until that point, which is the kicker. What's going on? These might need to be flipped. So like for the medieval theme, we're probably going, I'd like to get 5-6 packs out for the medieval theme at least, and then start on a new theme. What that will be, I don't know. It could be sci-fi, it could be something else, I don't know, but we're just going to keep at it. and the aim is like, I'm just like going through bits of paper, but going through ways in which we can refine, streamline, optimize the production process, so that we can keep the same quality but iterate on, basically build the process that builds the environment, a bit like what Elon Musk says with Tesla and SpaceX, which is build the machine. Building the machine that builds the machine is like 10x harder than designing and building the actual machine. So like designing the process to optimize, designing the production process required to churn out very high quality environments is going to be hard. Designing one environment is not easy, but it's 10x less. So ideally, I'd like to get to a point in a year or two where we're just constantly bringing the cost of production down and then passing a portion of those costs on to you guys, and so the cost of these environments will come down and come down and come down. We'll see how it goes. That's the idea. That's the plan anyway. And I'd love to be able to start looking at like neural network help, like sort of building AI systems, software to be able to automate. If you can start automating a large part of the process again as well, then you start being able to cut out parts of the production that you would have to do manually. And so I'd like to be able to get, what is going on with this? I'd like to be able to get environment art production, or each environment, down to 6 weeks. By the end of the year, I want to be able to get one environment out every 6 weeks. That would be amazing. It would be bloody hard. And the thing is, you need to do it so that you don't kill yourself, which is the hard bit. So it's kind of looking at the process, looking at what you don't need, what you do need, and then iterating on that. This is weird. Stop it. There you go. This is probably why. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Screw it. What I'm going to do, you come with me. You come with me. Right, we're going to figure out what's wrong with you. This. Okay, we need one of these guys in here. No, we don't. We need one of, not you. We need you. We need you, tall thin man. Right, come here. Boop. You can do that for me. To cover up all that bullshit. yeah, March has been a bit of an odd, weird anomaly month for all, as far as I can see, all publishers at the moment. There's a publisher-only forum on the Unity forum. Everybody is just like going, oh, what is going on with March? Of course, we know what's going on with March, coronavirus and everything, but literally, like, it's a dry month. Might be. I heard it could be because of the way in which they've changed the asset store. I don't know. Cool. Okay. Now, what do we do here? I think it might be nice. It's just because it's the big old entrance, not to have these little pokey staircases, but to really have something that takes you up and around. I think up here, I think, and then open up this space. So let's try it. So instead of using these guys constantly, which we have been for these smaller spaces, and that's fine, we're going to use these. Because I like using these. Plus it gives you, it gives you more of a range of breadth, sort of scale. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Space is good. I just don't want to get into this is confusing the hell out of me territory. With you yet. I think, from what I'm understanding with building up these spaces, is the bottleneck is always the stairs. To get your stairs in first, then work around those. Oh, there's a massive lag on the stream, I think. Or maybe it's just... No, it doesn't look too... Yeah, on the Unity Studio, it is way behind. Right. And then we use some of these floorboards. So we've got floorboards that are like heavy duty for fortifications, ramparts and things. We've got floorboards that are for interiors, and then also interior floors where you can kind of see through them because you can see both sides. I think that's kind of cool. I'll fuck about with occlusion culling. But you're inside, so we'll just make these not occludable so they don't occlude stuff. you're not double-sided, I'll use you guys. Because you are. Alright, let's try that. Oh, we can't try that yet. Let's try this. A little balcony there, maybe, I don't know. probably have a floor over here. Maybe with... don't do that. Maybe the door here? Come hither, my dither. No. Where's the door going to be then? Maybe it's just going to be open? Wow, the thing is though, you've got to get... Oh, shit. Okay, we're going to get really up into this thing. Come on, bitrate. Don't be a bastard. Maybe if I close Spotify, close Discord, close you, close you, close you. Better. What else have I got going on here? Right. Shut down agent. Yes. I'm gonna uninstall you, I think. Quit Discord. Quit Skype. What? Why? Okay, so how am I going to get up here? I think we're going to have another floor. Where's Blue Dude? Blue Dude! There you are. Okay, Blue Dude. You are small. I'm a little bit worried about this now. Because I don't think there's a teleport option, if I'm honest. Let's just I'll keep extending these steps down and see what comes out of it. Well, that's good. Don't scare me like that, Norton. Right. This is too fucking convoluted. Steps. Where are you? Here I am. Here I am. How do you do? Alright. Up there, please. Thank you. Don't be like that. I don't want this many weird things going on. I don't want this many turns. It needs to be straightforward to get up there. I'm worried I might need to take this. Why would I be worried? I'm not worried. Concerned that I might need to take this out. There's some steps going up that way from a different floor. Or here. The thing is, this was supposed to be a turret. And I guess it's supposed to be further up. Essentially what this is telling me is here I need to run into this space and have some steps. Well, no, I don't need steps, I just need to get up into that space. It's like a bloody crawl space. Hold on. Yeah, you're the right size. It's alright, it's a 3 by... It's going to be a bit of a squeeze. Can I move you up? I mean, let's try it. We can only fail, but so long as we get it done quickly, we'll find out. That's fine. Things can only get better. Hey, still got coffee left. Right. So we want to get up onto this floor. Somehow. Before we fiddle around with steps, let's just see if it's appropriate. I think it will be a transition area. I think this is okay. I think we can use that as like a transition space. And you know what? It doesn't need to be that high up. We can lower these, because look how bloody high this floor is. We can do this. I think that'll be fine. Like that. And that's iteration, folks. That's how you find shit out. That you already knew that. Because you're all smart people. I keep banging on about it enough. So we need to get up there somehow now. I don't want steps here because there's a balcony there. Not sure I even want that there, to be honest. It's good for a measure. Oh, this also gives us a way to get onto this floor here. Not sure why you'd want to, but it does. Maybe you can have. Now there we go. Now I see. Because that can connect onto a rampart if you really wanted it to. Not sure why you would. You get the idea. Anyway, no. Okay, that's a bit odd. What happens if we just extend these out? Get rid of you for now. Might not work. Right, you want to go up, up. So we want. You need to be pushed back. Oh. Okay. Okay. I see. But how do we get up there? I really don't want to have to get rid of this balcony because I like this balcony. Is it functional? Does it actually serve any purpose other than an escape route? Yeah. Let's have a look at this from afar. Okay, so you come up to in here, you run around in there, you come out, you come up, I guess you could have another route, but it's just going to get a bit convoluted. I don't want it to be that complicated. this will get capped off. I have it running down the side here. Like 3 bloody flights of stairs. Hey, thanks, Keith. This we could do, so it's not a double, you don't have a double, you don't have 2 routes. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. Why did it didn't need to be symmetrical. I think it's fine not to be symmetrical. Yeah, so this whole bottom section, if I turn this off, I think this whole section here that whole section should be a prefab building, perhaps. I'll split it up when it's ready to be split up, when it's done, basically. But I want to close this off. So close this side off, close this side off, close this side off, mirror this, and then that whole piece will be a prefab, and then we can extend it out backwards. We can extend it out and sideways. And then those sideways bits we can use to connect to these guys. So you can run up here, perhaps have some connections. Yeah, basically you'll run through here and into the side of this wall. I think that was the one, wasn't it? Yeah, you know what? This isn't 45 degrees, is it? Right, minus 45. Right. It's juddering because it's building the lighting as well when I move it. There's no actual lighting to build. You know what? I'm going to turn off real-time baked. Hopefully that's not going to kill my lighting. Nope. Yeah, now it won't do it. Yeah, so just so we know what we're doing, I'm just going to, or like what the end goal is, I'm just going to chuck some steps in there. And then some of these. No, not you. Ah. You. Goes to show sort of how easy it is really to build anything you need castle wise, hopefully. And you can edit these prefabs quite quickly, as you can see. Just give it a whirl. Cheers, man. It's just a big old puzzle at the end of the day, isn't it? You just got to work sort of first principles. If you hadn't noticed, I'm a bit of a fanboy of Mr. Musk. Just from a production sort of angle. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And then you'll have, I guess, like a corner. Ah, yeah. Okay. Sweet geese. Right. Yeah. I need to. Let me just turn this off, just so I know what I'm doing. Right. All of you. Not you, not you. I'm just going to dump this in a game object. Okay, right. Mirror, mirror. Oh, why is that like that? Okay, so that's it mirrored. Oh yeah. Right, let's turn it back on. We need to find where it bloody is. Where are you? I didn't delete you, did I? Oh, for fuck's sake. No, good. This is good. Yes, okay, it won't be, so this, yeah. So I need to edit this. That's fine. It's coming together, isn't it? Oh yeah, definitely. All you can do is have a go. Start small. Like just start with. You could start with just like this is what I did with the medieval village. Like they're just buildings, aren't they? They don't have a huge number of. It's not like the medieval village. I think is like 10x less complicated than the medieval castle, just because of the configurations. But yeah, honestly. I don't know whether you've looked back through the past streams, but I go from the very conception of the entire pack all the way through modelling up the first draft of the kit, iterating through the buildings, like seeing if with the kit I can build up a tower, a portcullis, and if I could do that, and a rampart. That's what I started with. Can I do those three things? And then I had in my mind sort of needing to do these sort of the residential buildings inside as well. But yeah, I think I'll have to have a think about how I actually think about it and get back to you. But yeah, I think this has taken maybe 4 weeks straight so far, 4 solid weeks. I don't like that. No, that's not working. Maybe a bit less actually. I think for the actual module kit, well, the actual the models took maybe 2 weeks, two and a bit weeks. The time-consuming bit is building up the prefabs in Unity, and I mean especially with interiors. Fuck me. Yeah. Like doing it at the same time with interiors, it's not slow, but it's not quick either. Like honestly, like started with this and a turret. Where are the turrets? I haven't actually got the turrets in here. I've got more turrets as well. Anyway, that. I think I might make this flat. Come up here and it's a bit more open, perhaps. It'd be nice to have some asymmetry anyway. Cheers, man. It'd be lovely. I'd really like to be able to. I mean, I've got 13 of these videos now, and each one must be well over 2-3 hours. I've got maybe. By the end of this, just the Blockout, it's 48 solid hours of live streams. So I need to consolidate all that down into something manageable. And it'd be good if I could do like a tutorial version of it, like a speed version of it. Even if I do it at 1000%, like 100x the speed, which would be cool to watch. That's still like 48 hours, 4.8 hours. Yeah, it's like 48 minutes. So I reckon I could get it down to under an hour of like speed design. And I think I might split it. So Unity building up prefabs and building out the Blockout. And then that will be edited as well. But it's like a couple of days, probably a couple of days of work. But I think it'd be well worth doing. I need to make sure I sort out the music licenses properly because I bought the licenses to all the music on the design, all the music on the speed design of the Polystar Medieval Village. It's like an hour, I think, maybe not even that. I bought 2 tracks and I looped them through, but one of the tracks they've done a copyright claim on it, and I bought the license for both of them. I think maybe I got a bit confused with the Jamendo music license thing. It said put your channel or your project name on it. Maybe I didn't do that properly, so I have to have a look at it. Because one of the tracks is fine, but the other track is not. So I'll have to do something like that for this. Right, I'm gonna go use the loo and get coffee. I'll be back in a minute. I'll do first things first, then I'll grab my cup and get coffee. 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go for the coffee now. That will be about the same amount of time. Ivy, what's your real name? I think you added me on LinkedIn. I'm going to be hiring a junior environment artist in maybe June, between May and August. I don't know when do you, let me know when you finish your course. I know you're up in Scotland, but honestly, mate, if you can wrap your head around sort of the basics of this, it'd be super useful to work with you, man. Right, I'll be back in a minute. back. Joe, cool. Yeah, when's your last year? Oh. Cool. Okay. When you come out, definitely give us a shout. Some gargoyles there, maybe. Actually, I'll have a balcony up here. Maybe? Yeah, why not? Oh, why is that thing still there? Go away. You're fine. Why have you got to be that many short? Come on, man. Yeah. Fine, fine, we'll do this. That's okay. It's probably better that way anyway. We have a few short ones up to here. No, why? It doesn't go there. It goes over here. Nor does it do that. Why is this an odd shape? Oh. Alright, fine. Well, whatever. Maybe just have this open? No, because then if it rains, the entire place will flood. Sorry, just a quick coffee pause break. I'll be back to it in a second. Nope. What's going on? Right. This is great and all, but maybe I need another floor just in between. I really don't want to have to build another floor. Oh, come on. He's not going to get up there. Arg, arg. Super annoying. I could do, I guess. I've got time. I've got an hour. It would mean I've finished this. But I think the perfectionist in me is wanting to put another floor in. The sensible person is screaming, no, don't do it. Morning, Aaron. How you doing? You all right, mate? Shit. Don't crash, please. Debug stack leak. Thread safe linear allocator.cpp. No. Good. We are making progress. Just hitting undo and it is freezing. I need to save it. Don't break, please. I think it's just because I'm moving a ton of stuff around. It must just be saving all these undos as like scene text files, like little mini saves. Because scene files are tiny. I can't get Magical Trevor out of my head. Everyone loves Magical Trevor because the things that he does, ever so clever. Look at him there, disappearing. Look at him now, disappearing a cow. Oh, I'm not going to put it on. Right. It's probably because I showed my kid Badger, 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 Mushroom. The song. Was it Cards and Tunes? It's like a Flash animation website back in the day. I say the day, a bit 20 years ago. 20 years? 15. Ah, come on, man. Sorry, it's freezing. Arg, arg. Ah. Are you done yet, Unity? Okay, anyway. Once we've got the central building done, split apart, I think we'll do some connections. To the buildings, prefabs, and that'll be it. At least for this. That's going to get added to the detailed pack. Because I'm going to need... Yeah, this isn't going to work. Because I'm going to need to... I'm going to need to probably add. I'll probably end up adding the demo scene, the end demo scene that we put in the detailed version. That as a prefab that utilizes these assets back into the detailed medieval village when it's done, because I don't want to build a complete demo scene yet. Too much time. I need to crack on. Right. I'm struggling to work out what on earth to do here. Do I just leave it as a big old empty space? I think that'd be nice, a nice thing to do. I think that side piece can be a prefab anyway. Unto itself. Nope. The thing is with this is we could have a door on this side, we could have a door here, or we could have a door here, or we could have a door here. It really depends on the circumstance in which it's used. We have a door here, so I think it should just be a prefab. So then we don't need to save this. We'll have this and this as a prefab. This and this as a prefab, and then this central piece as a prefab. Do I do it now? Yeah, so like this piece. Ugh, don't do that. Yeah, because then I don't know about this one. I guess these pieces can just be part of, like, I think if I'm building a complex prefab, like this building will obviously be a prefab made up of these sub-prefabs, nested prefabs, which are then subsequently made of nested prefabs. So what I'll do is in the building prefab I'll have a folder, a game object called extras, and in which case all the things that kind of mesh the individual prefabs together, like these roof pieces are kind of like unique, they will go in there. And then it's perfectly fine to like turn off it'd be perfectly fine to turn off things like this. and stick extra doors in. I think that's probably a good that'll apply to everything. I think it's probably a good way of working moving forwards in general. Right, I've got about 15 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day. So I've been on for, how long have I been on for? 2.5 hours. I just don't know what to do. I have a corner piece. We have some stairs going up. Well, we have stairs going up here. This whole section. Do we make this whole section all of these? Like this stair network would make sense to make that a prefab. It's getting complicated now. Let's turn you off. Let's just Alright, I'm going to make a new game object called complicated as fuck, no, called central building temp, where I'm going to stick stuff I want to turn off so I can understand what I can. I don't get confused, I know what I'm doing. Turn off that game object. These guys will go in there too. These guys will also go in there. Split this up into prefabs and then I can work on them individually. So I might just delete this one. I'll move these across and out of that game object. Delete you. I don't understand this. Why have you done that? Be like that. Right. you. Now what I'll just do is I'll grab all these. Alright, these can also go in central building temp. Turn you off. I don't know whether to put these floors into no. I think I'll keep the floors. I'll make a new game object called castle. Wing, building wing entrance. I want. Put you in there. Nope, not yet. Ah! What you doing? Right, thank you. Right, I'm going to move this first. Into a suitable location. Yeah. Okay. Make you a prefab. So, ideally, it'd be nice to be able to have some kind of connection. Stupid. That's not great either, is it? Let's move this over on its own. If you're going to have one there, you kind of want one on the other side. Right, unpack. Symmetry for symmetry's sake. Dunno. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go soon anyway. So I'll just I'll finish this off just by explaining what we're going to be doing moving forwards with the pack. Turn all those on. These are all prefabs already. So once we've built up, once we've got this prefab done, and once we've turned this into a prefab, got this building bit, we'll close off. We'll build up the stair area, the central stair area here. We'll work out what to do on this side, and then I think we'll extend it back with something like this. Maybe. So I'll have like a flat roof bit here. You still want the light coming through. We'll have a building, and then what we'll do is we'll probably get cracking. We'll build up like a small, an example castle, and then we'll get cracking on the ZBrush stuff. We need to have a look at the kit, the models, see what we need to cull, see what we need more of. And yeah, I think what we're going to do is things like walls. And the reason I have these corner pieces here, like these, is because these wall pieces will be tiling textures, but displaced geometry. So it'd be like a tiling. It's like you could, if you displaced a tessellated plane, you could duplicate, though you could just tile those infinitely. So we'll cut out our wall geometry from that tessellated tiling geometry, which will be using a tiling with texture. But obviously it will be baked to that tiling geometry, so you won't be able to use it on a flat plane. But I'll include the large tiling geometry, so you can then cut out anything you need from that. And then things like these will be individually baked. I'll probably do something similar for the roofs. Maybe not. I mean, the roofs are finite. The walls are quite a lot. The things like these will be singular. Basically all these little ornate fixtures like coving and columns. Obviously this, but you know, busts. These. Single objects. They'll obviously all be single high detail meshes. However, anything that's tiling, so like these steps, these guys, these corner pieces, you know, like all of these, all this flat geometry will be kit bashed from a single texture. Same goes for this stuff. And then any seams will get disguised with geometry. So windows are a bit different. These will probably be, the windows will be baked, but then probably two different objects. You'll have the wall piece and then you'll have the window piece with two different materials on. No, you won't. might. Yeah, so these are 4.5 high by 4 wide. So it might make sense to have, because this is the largest tile we have, it will probably make sense to have our material that size, the geometry will be that size, and tile. So that if we need to cut these down like this, then we can. If we need to reuse them for any other way, then we can use them like here, for example. This is 4 wide, less than 4 tall. Here it's the same. This, you've only really got this bit of large geometry. The rest is, well, we'll probably build the brickwork going up and around from like horizontally tiling meshes. Yeah, I think we'll be able to really get this really well optimized, and also provide plenty for you to kit bash with. So yeah, once we've done this, probably go something like that. This will get connected to the ramparts. You'll have a little courtyard bit there. I don't know what you'd do. Another courtyard bit there. Big courtyard in front. Ramparts going all the way around. Probably put some turrets attached to this bit. Maybe a turret attached to this building on the side. We've got this guy, and then we'll have this guy on the other side. Maybe like that. And then off the back of this, so off the back of this we'll have ramparts. Sort of. So we'll need something connecting this to the ramparts. Yeah, so the castle's going to be about this wide. By about. Yes, this is how big the castle's going to be. I think that might be enough for this demo. And then I'll probably have. Don't want to stick it on an island. I think I might. It might be like on a mountain. So that I can get away with sort of not having to do the terrain around it. And then maybe have some fog below. Please could you get a packet of breadsticks on the way home? They're keeping Ollie okay with not getting oh bless. Okay. I need some breadsticks for my little boy who's teething at the moment. It's not nice to have teeth come through, folks. Right, okay. I'm gonna end it there. We've made some good progress. I'm going to have a run around quick, actually. Yeah. So we made some good progress. At the end, almost at the end of our blockout journey. But yeah, we'll have we'll go through into like a big banquet hall or something there. yeah, and then I think we're good. All right, thanks for joining us, guys. If you've got any questions about any of the kits or what we're going to be doing moving forwards, then please drop me a message on Discord or on the video, actually. I always check all the comments on all the videos. I try and respond in a timely fashion. And I think Discord is the easiest way to get in contact with me. Other than that, it's email. I think my email's on the About section, but if not, it's chris@astrofishgames.com. If you are not subscribed to the channel, it would be a load of help if you could hit the little red button below, and that will keep you updated whenever we go live, whenever we do tutorial videos, whenever I decide to kind of consolidate all these videos and edit them into shorter versions. And we're trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber level, and I think 4,000 hours. I think we're on 799 hours and 200 and something subscribers maybe. So we've got some way to go. I think we haven't pushed past halfway yet. This pack, the Blockout pack, will be added to the detailed medieval village. So if you've bought that in the past or you plan to buy it, this will be in an update. So if you want to check out that pack, you can do so in the link below, as well as the Polystar Medieval Village. So this won't be included in the Polystar one, but it will be included in the detailed one, just to make that clear. I will most likely put this on the store at some point as a standalone level design pack. The detailed and polystyle version of the Medieval Castle pack will be out, hopefully, in April. We shall see. I want to get through it as quickly as I can. I'm having a chat with a guy on the 20th about potentially coming on board to help out with level design, so this sort of stuff, and porting, so getting it over to Unreal. I found some scripts that might work. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to have a look, but I really don't want to have to recreate everything from scratch, all the demo scenes from scratch, because that's like, it's a lot. So we'll do this, and then I'd like to try and get the production of these packs at a rate where we're getting one environment pack out every 6 to 8 weeks. It's tight, so we've really got to tighten up our production line, because at the moment I think this Blockout has taken the Blockout kit and building all these prefabs has taken a month, 4 weeks maybe a bit longer. I think I might have had a break halfway in between that for a week, took holiday on half term. Yeah, so that means if we were going by the 2-month schedule, it means I would need to get all of these sculpted, baked, textured, and the demo scenes done and the marketing assets done within the next month. So it's realistically going to be 5 to 6 weeks. So when is that? So we're talking 1, 2, 3, no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 weeks is the 14th of April. So if I can hit 6 weeks, then we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you updated, so you'll see the live streams. I would like to start live streaming the ZBrush module building on Monday, next Monday. So I want to get everything wrapped up by Friday. And all the modules provided. It's probably going to take 2 weeks to get them all sculpted up, hopefully. Then it's going to take another week or 2 to get the geometry processed, potentially to get it all baked. a week to texture and export. A week to finalize the demo scenes, get it on the store. Probably, we could be pushing it. It might be, so not 14th, it might be the 21st of April. It'll be sometime in April. My birthday's on the 30th of April and I want to get it done for then. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway guys, thanks very much. Yeah, we'll do ZBrush and then we'll do Substance. So we'll do ZBrush, we'll do Substance Painter. So we'll do texturing. We're going to, after the Blockout, we will do ZBrush. Then we will do, so we'll do modeling, and then we'll do texturing. I'm not going to bore you with like cleanup and processing, and then probably do level design with Unity. So building the demo scene with the high detailed assets, yummy, it'd be good. I think it's going to be awesome to see them with the medieval village. See what we can come up with. I'm not going to do that yet. I think I might do like a medieval castle, medieval village fusion castle or demo scene as a blueprint. But yeah, have a good night, guys. Cheers, Harry. Bye.